Life's too short to drive boring cars. Have you been shopping for a new vehicle and you found it very, very difficult to find one, the one that you want? Well, you're not alone. This phenomenon exists across the nation, and that's why many popular used models are going up in value. And as a matter of fact, there are many that are worth even more than the new car versions. Why? Primarily because many people just don't want to wait. Well, guess what? I'm going to share a list of 10 vehicles on the used car market that are worth more today than their brand new version. So you may want to just buy and wait, or just move on and buy something totally different. Let's get into it now. So we're going to share statistics from iSeeCars.com, who polls hundreds of thousands of vehicles and confirms all the statistics, where they sell at, where they buy at, and all these values of these cars. So let's start with the first one on our list that holds more value as a used vehicle than it does brand new. And we have a Honda Civic. As you can see, newly styled, a pretty interesting vehicle. Now, as you can tell proportionally, the Honda Civic and the Accord right behind it is almost very similar. The Civic has grown in proportions quite dramatically over the years, to the point where now it is almost a mid-sized car, not all that much smaller than the Accord. But the Civic's always been a popular model. You get 4 doors, you can get 2 doors. Throughout the years, you can get manual gearboxes, CVTs, automatic transmissions, VTEC engines, very fun performing cars, very economical and quite reliable. And they always stay current with their styles and their designs. And it's a very easy car to live with an interior now that slightly resembles something from the BMW world. It almost looks like the Toyota Supra interior now. Now the grills look a little bit like a rhinoceros, not gonna lie. The headlights are kind of interesting, but the grills are quite unique as well, and more pronounced than they ever have been. Of course, you can get some without sunroof and some with sunroof. You get some with these cool little markers and others that have nothing of the sorts. How about the wheels? You can get a very basic style rim all the way to a big upgrade. So as a result, the Honda Civic's always been very popular. It's been affordable, reliable, and it's just easy to live with. You can put your parents in one, you can put your kids in one, and not worry about it breaking the bank. As a matter of fact, where these vehicles had an outfitted MSRP of $26,331, they have now gone up in the last few months, up $727. Basically, they've gone up by 2.8% in this last several months just because of the demand. But just because they're in high demand and they're relatively reliable vehicles, that doesn't mean they go unscathed. The CVT transmission is still one best staying away from as well. Don't forget that 1.5 liter turbo and the oil dilution issues. Go with the 2 liter turbo and you'll be good to go. So the next vehicle on my list is the Tesla Model 3. Now, what we have here is the S. This is the big brother. This is the older vehicle, and it was chock full of technology and, unfortunately, reliability issues. But now it's the Model 3 that is much more accessible. Tesla's brought it to the mainstream, and many people can now afford a Tesla. But similar technology applies to the 3. Let's take a quick look. I mean, this is the Model S again. Has some of the cooler accent pieces, obviously the flush mounted door handles. You've got the larger wheels. You see you've got carbon fiber wing here. A lot of these features aren't necessarily included, reduced in the output, and it's a little bit smaller. It's not as imposing as what you're seeing in the S, because the S is ultimately a premium vehicle, whereas the Model 3 is a little bit more affordable. But either way, you know, they all have the great front end grills with the Tesla symbols. They've got great LED headlights, and the Model 3 is even prettier on the front end, in my opinion. But you circle around, Tesla's great. They've got some very cool style. I mean, you've got flares, looks very aggressive. All the way down, you've got flare there too. And look, you've got carbon fiber. So it's a lot of these extras that you won't necessarily find on the Model 3. You also won't necessarily have the full gambit of interior finishing in the Model 3. But the Model 3 stickers for about $44,400, whereas the S behind me stickered for a whole lot more than that. But did you realize people are now trying to get their hands on the new 3 because it's the new chic thing to do? And in recent months, people are paying upwards $1,300 or 2.9% above MSRP just to get into a slightly used Model 3. Well, why is that? Well, number one, the technology. A lot of people are embracing that new electrification technology, and Tesla certainly is leading the charge. Number two is it's relatively affordable for the mainstream, whereas the Model S wasn't really that affordable. Now the Model 3 actually quite is. And the third reason is it's got blistering performance for the dollar. There's very little that can touch that car if you want to go fast like that. Very little. You need high-end supercar levels of performance to outdo anything from Tesla. And a lot of people don't want to spend that, but they can certainly appreciate with $44,000 can get you for performance. So the question is, should you wait or should you just buy it used and pay a little bit more? Well, that's a personal choice. For me, I'd wait. But again, here's the old adage. If you're in a rush to buy, you're going to overpay. And that goes every single time. So the next vehicle that people are overpaying for on a used car market just because they don't want to buy a brand new one and have to wait months to get it. And honestly, Toyota has been one of the hardest hit. The factories have been put back drastically, as well as they stopped giving promotions. And now people are just buying the used stuff. For example, the Toyota 4Runner right here. The 4Runner is easily one of the most robust SUVs on the market. Body on frame SUV. Obviously, it's got a nice elevated lift, so it can climb over bumps and humps quite easily. Better than a lot of the unibody garbage out there today. But they also look pretty robust. I mean, you've got some pretty interesting pieces there. And it just looks pretty stout all the way around. As you can tell, it's got a very significant lift, so it's going to clear a lot of junk. Looking down there as well, you can see it's also got skid plates, so it's going to protect the engine when you start hitting rocks and debris. Got this cool little hood scoop on there. This one's packaged with some extras. Gunmetal gray wheels on there, and got these great little step bars, very robust and sturdy looking. Some pretty cool accents. We've got some black highlights here. And of course we have the TRD off-road, so this one is packaged more as an off-road machine. Have the great little tow hitch capacity here, because these can tow some weight. And of course there again as well, we've got some very interesting, the latest and greatest from the taillights. And of course, there you have it. You can get third rows in here, so it makes it very versatile. And the interior, although slightly Spartan, is still robust and will last the test of time. And it's that wonderful 4-liter V6 that's going to also last the test of time. And that's why people don't mind investing in the used Toyota. Number one, again, the incentives aren't there. And number two, the vehicles are going to last. Doesn't matter if it's got 30, 40, 50, 80,000 kilometers, it's still going to outlast most of its competition in terms of durability over the years. They're well made and people just don't mind spending the cash. And at $45,382 on the sticker, people have recently paid upwards of $1,480, also to the tune of 3.8% over sticker, just to get into one of these. They didn't want to wait. They didn't want to worry about incentives because there were none. So people were willing to pay even over sticker just to be able to get in it right now, right here and now. They didn't want to wait. So between you and I don't know, I can wait, and it's always a bad situation to be in a place where you have to have it now. You'll almost always overpay. Here's a classic example, overpaying for less vehicle. Why not wait 8 months? Maybe you'll get your vehicle and you'll get brand new plastic on the seats like we see here. So the next one on my list is the Dodge Challenger, as we have back here. The Challenger being the 2-door, whereas the Charger being the 4-door. These are extremely popular because this is a hot segment right now. You've got the Mustangs, the Camaros, you got the Dodge Challengers. You can get these in a V6 3.6 liter, up to a 5.7 liter V8, 6.2 liter supercharged V8, and as well as 6.4 liter supercharged V8. Anywhere from 300 horsepower all the way up to over 800 horse, depending on the state of tune and the engine configuration. What we have here, as you can see, Dodge. You got the little wing. It definitely has a muscle car look to it. Very, very muscular. Look at these big flaring haunches. Oversized wheels. I love this matte look. Not gonna lie, it's a very, very cool look these days. Old school handles. Old school mirror. Looks very, very vintage for sure. It's trying to go retro. And a bit of a basic looking sunroof. But it's the front end that looks very mean and menacing. Gotta love the looks of this thing. Look at those headlights. How about looking way down the chute there? Yeah, very cool front end on this. Of course, we've got the Hemi, so we've got a V8 in there. Now, no one's gonna say the interior is of high quality, but it's true to the roots. And I'll be honest, my son, he loves these cars with a passion. He would way overpay at any time of the year if he could afford one. And so a lower level of outfit is about $39,375. And did you believe people are overpaying for these cars? 3.5% above MSRP, or the equivalent of $1,400 above and beyond. Now again, it's consistent with some of the other models that we spoke of. Part of the reason people are buying these and overpaying for them is because this year people aren't traveling and they're not spending money at the restaurants. People are now sitting at home and saving their dollars, and when they decide to buy something frivolously, they're buying vehicles like this. Hot rods, performance cars, exotics, trailers, RVs, ATVs, all of those items are now considered luxury items and people are buying them. So here they don't mind spending an extra couple grand if it means they can get that car right here today. So another vehicle that was hit very, very hard this year because of Toyota shortages at the supply chain end, as well as just general low volume and productivity, is the Toyota Tundra. Here we have their full-size pickup truck. Obviously, we have the 5.7 liter V8 engine in there. There's your Tundra, and it has running boards. This one has the ultra long box for sure. Very versatile, but there's lots of room in the cabin for people hauling. It has a great towing capacity, and it even has a sharp set of wheels which look extremely robust. There's Toyota standard. Everything looks very beefy and fit for purpose. Not a lot of bling, not a lot of noise going on here, but certainly everything to make this versatile truck. The Toyota Tundra is a real workhorse. And as a result, people are overpaying for these vehicles as well in the last few months. How about an MSRP of $49,643, bumped up another $1,831 over tag, which is an increase of 3.7%, making this vehicle another one of those highly sought after, low availability vehicles. And not too unlike what you're seeing with the GMCs and the Chevys 1500s, is that they're highly sought after, trucks are popular right now, and they're hard to get a hold of. So you want another one? Here's a Toyota for the list, and it's a Toyota RAV4 hybrid. Now, as you can see, this one is not really a hybrid because it's the standard front logo, as opposed to this. You can tell this is the hybrid, it's got the blue. But the fact of the matter is these are very, very hard to find now, the RAV4 hybrids. They're super popular, and they stickered for around $35,000 for a mid-decked out unit. People are actually paying almost $1,400 above sticker, or about 3.9%. But let's take a look and see why, in fact, that might be worth this. I mean, you've got your standard garden variety type headlights. Toyota, lots of use of plastic. There's certainly no shortage of plastic here. It's robust, but it's not luxurious by any means. Here again, you've got lots of plastic, but that's good. It protects from the rocks. You've got a little hubcap. You can see the steel rim underneath there, so it's plain Jane. But then you've got lots of plastic along the bottom. Again, protect the vehicle from rocks and stones and debris like you find kicking off the road like that. Very interesting little taillights. They've got these sharp corners to them, pronounced. Lots of plastic, very Tupperware-like for sure. And there's your single little chrome exhaust pipe right there. Of course, no sunroof. It's not a luxury vehicle. If you want that, you need a Lexus. And the interior is solid, if not slightly Spartan. It's nice they have the aluminum trim just to brighten it up a little bit. And you've got the little LED lights on the mirrors and mud guards, again, further protecting the body from rocks coming off the road. So this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine is a great engine. When coupled in the hybrid format, it gives you the hybrid technology, which is what a lot of people are looking for. With fuel prices very high right now, they're trying to get their hands on these vehicles. They're easy to live with, they're cost affordable, they're just highly sought after. But part of the problem is, number one, no incentives by Toyota on recent sales for new vehicles because they know they have low inventory and people are snapping it up. And it's all about the supply chain issues that they're faced with. Again, this is really hitting the hybrid vehicles even harder than most, because of all the extra technology. So the chip shortage, there's resin shortage, there's tire shortages, there's all kinds of shortages in supply chain, and it has really hit the hybrid market really, really hard. Specifically the RAV4 even more because it's a sought after vehicle, higher production numbers, lower price tag. So it's an easy one to sell for Toyota. Now another one, but this one's for the luxury books, and it's the Mercedes G-Wagon like we see back here. People are grossly overpaying for these vehicles. Now, they are versatile. Obviously, they've been used in the military and different operations. They're popular in the luxury car segment. It is, after all, a Mercedes, and they're very well made and they're well built. But let's take a look around. They've got the revised headlights in the newer versions. Obviously, this one's an AMG, which makes it extra special. And of course, it has the large 3-pointed star. Now, of course, look how beefy this vehicle looks. It also has the wonderful painted fender flares. And because it's an AMG, it gets the special wheels. And of course, it's a twin turbo V8. So this thing actually has the gusto. Moving along, you've got running boards. You've got the side mount exhaust, which is a beautiful touch. Lots of great access. Obviously low height here, but high height here gives it very easy to get in and out. This one has the large door, easy access to the rear. And of course you've got a tire holder, so you don't have all that nonsense underneath. But look, you can actually tow a weight with that, so you can haul a small trailer or a boat. And of course, this is the G63, so it's the AMG. It is the hot rod version of the G-Class. Cool other touches. Notice these little vent on the back here. Interesting little trim along the side. These extremely well-made, simplistic handles. Very simple. This goes back many, many generations ago. Very simple, but lasts forever. And then, of course, Mercedes puts in some of the best interiors in any vehicle in any class, and there's no difference here. Just have a look at that lap of luxury. Even get these great little lights on your mirrors, and of course it's an AMG, so you get the wonderful red brake calipers. Makes it look extra beefy, and it's got extra stopping capacity with the brakes. But these were about $182,000 brand new for an averagely equipped G-Wagon. But people were paying upwards of 4.1% above sticker. In other words, almost $7,500 above the regular sticker price is what people are paying. And let's face it, luxury sales are up this year just because a lot of people had extra cash laying around. They weren't traveling, they weren't eating out, so people were spending on the luxurious vehicles like this and some of the supercars. And of course, with that, they didn't mind spending an extra $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 because they wanted it today. They wanted it now. I guess you have to ask yourself, is it worth doing that? Spending extra and getting a vehicle with some miles on it? Or is it worth waiting? Of course, if you wait, you may have to wait for a year or more just because of the backlog. Now, the next vehicle on the top of the list of people way overpaying for are the Toyota Tacomas. Now, they're great vehicles, and if you have to have it, you're going to pay for it, and that's ultimately the message here. Now, Toyota, again, is not giving incentives. They're just not on new vehicles because they know people are buying up what's left coming from the factory, and the factory took a hard hit this year. As a result, inventory is down for new vehicles. But the Tacoma is a great vehicle. You get 4-cylinder V6, some great options. The automatic transmission in the V6 is a little awkward. I would suggest going to manual gearbox if you can, although you still can't fault the Tacoma for being a robust vehicle. They've got some great touches, some hood scoops, running boards. We've got the TRD Sport here in this case. And yes, you can even haul some stuff. It's got a tow hitch. Some pretty updated looking taillights, but you'll notice the plastic guards on top. The handles are small and simplistic, but they will last forever. And even the interior, the theme is simple. That's the point of it. You get a lot of different upgrades. These vehicles are popular for updating, of course. A lot of them you can get the lift kits, skid plates, upgraded rims and tire packages. And they're very popular with the off-roading crew. They're very capable as well. So it is an MSRP of $37,900. People are paying upwards close to $2,000 above the pricing. That's about 3.2% above sticker. That's almost unheard of, but that's because people want them now and they're willing to buy even a slightly used one with reasonable miles, even pay above sticker. But for my take is, as good as these vehicles are, and they really are that good, can you wait? Because if you can wait, why not get the new vehicle brand new in the box and not have to pay over sticker? You just have to wait a few months. So the next one on my list should be of no surprise. It's pickup trucks, specifically GMC 1500. Now, it's no shocker. Americans are buying up Canadian trucks because of the dollar conversion. Canadians buy them because they're versatile. They haul trailers and boats, and they're good in the off-road and the bad snowing conditions. They can all haul a lot of weight. So they're very, very popular. They're very luxurious now as well. So it's very easy to live with a pickup truck. But the one specific vehicle that's very popular is the GMC 1500 Sierra right there. They're nicely decked out vehicles. Obviously, this one here is the X31 off-road. Has a nice soft release tailgate, so it drops down gently. You come with a trailer hitch, and with the 6.2 liter, this can haul 12,500 pounds. Got these great little step guards, makes it easy to get up and load stuff into the box. Of course, you've got some great new dual exhaust system on this SLT. What also is very, very nice is now these new ones have these plastic guards because the old Chevys, the old Dodges used to rot out here. And they used to rot out down there. But these vehicles now are much more robust and resilient from the rough road. Here you've got chrome, and even more chrome right there. And this one has the 5.3 liter V8. Good mid-size engine, has lots of towing capacity, reasonable fuel economy. Not quite as robust as the 6.2 for longevity, but they're a good engine. Some very new interesting headlights here in the Sierra pickup. You've got some cool fog lights, as well as you've got these hooks if you've got to pull your buddy out of the mud. Interesting extra little grille accents here, and you've got the hood that isn't just a big flat sheet of metal anymore. How about these amazing wheels, almost like something you'd find on a Cadillac? Running boards. And the interior is absolutely decked out with leather, multiple cup holders, lots of storage capacity, and the latest infotainment system. You also have room for the other little lug nuts if you want to haul 3 more in the back, put 2 in the front. This is good seating capacity for 5 people. Becomes very, very practical. So basically a truck that was outfitted at $54,205, as we see similar in this Sierra. In just a few short months, it's gone up $3,466, or to the equivalent of 6.4%. That's right, they just keep climbing up and up and up. They're hard to find, the good ones with low mileage that haven't been wrecked and beat up. And when they do find one, the values are very, very high. So therefore, a nice half-ton Chevy or GM is always a sought-after vehicle. And therefore, the prices keep going up and up. And the last one on my list, and certainly not the least, because this is the vehicle people pay more above sticker than any other vehicle in this last several months, and it's the Kia Telluride. And these vehicles with a $44,166 MSRP price tag as equipped, people are actually paying $3,564 more above that MSRP value. In other words, 8.1% above the asking new car price, just because they want to get this vehicle and they want to get it now. But let's take a look. So these vehicles aren't exactly considered luxury vehicles, although there's surprisingly a large amount of luxury incorporated in these. And actually, they're relatively simple, yet luxurious looking in many aspects. This almost has a Range Rover look to it, has a very unique grille on there. There's Kia, and there's your Telluride right there. Very interesting headlights there, and they've got these cool little vents up front. How about the side angle? Looks very Yukon almost, but it comes with these great high gloss black, although be it they're a little dirty. Great little mirrors with, of course, you've got your LED lights on there. Of course, sunroof on top. And you've got these great running racks up here to carry all the other garbage and things maybe you want to haul around. Got this soft touch button. And of course, they are very robust. Obviously, you've got this plastic cladding all the way along. It's going to make sure this thing's going to take a beating all the way around. Now, it also definitely has a bit of a Range Rover Sport or even a Ford Explorer back end look from the side here. But it's these lights that look a little bit unique. There's certainly something different, slightly flavored in the way of the Volvo, if anything. But down here, what's interesting is you've got this great exhaust tips. And when equipped, this thing can haul 5,000 pounds. And looking inside, there's a surprisingly amount of high quality leather finishing in here, and it feels like this vehicle's worth $30,000, $40,000 more than it actually is. On top of that, you get third row seating there as well, so it becomes very practical for the young growing family. And since 2019, Kia almost can't keep these things in stock because they're just so popular and fit the bill for many, many buyers. And with all of this said, I'm sure you'd love to find a list of vehicles right there that will last over 300,000 miles, guaranteed. Hope to see you guys next time. Catch you then. Bye-bye.